Alright, Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. So today, I'm going to be watching a video and giving my thoughts on Charleston White talking about Bun B. This is going to be a two-part video, so it's going to be one part about Bun B. The second part is going to be about Beanie Siegel and what Jay-Z did. So, and he gives his thoughts, and I'm going to listen to him and then give my thoughts on what he's saying. So, let's get right into the video, man. All right, so let's go.
Yeah, I'm a true leader.
Bun B, a guy in his early 20s broke in their house, put the to his wife's head.
Dang.
But he took the stand last week. And you think he was wrong for that?
No, I don't think he was wrong. I think the hip hop culture was wrong for not shaming him and making mockery of him being a snitch. They say, oh man, but he older though. Okay. When I first came to the internet perceived me to be 50-something years old. And I was saying I would take the stand and testify on the nigga. They called me a snitch for that same. I said, man, but I'm a law-abiding citizen. I work with kids. Y'all, you a snitch. You used to be with the gangsters. He used to be with the gangsters. So here go another instance where I've been saying the same, but the industry been shaming me, calling me a snitch. Even Jay Prince called me a snitch. And it ain't no paperwork of me being a snitch.
Dang.
So let's break this situation down.
Yeah, I wonder why they do that so much. Like, why does people call people names when they have no evidence or paperwork of them doing that? Let me know in the comments. Maybe y'all can explain that. I don't know. Maybe some people know other things that other people don't. And I know I'll get into how I feel about Charleston White, but let's go.
He got a song called Gangster. Talked that gangster for years. But all of a sudden, he grew up. Started teaching at a college university. Same with Charleston White. Started teaching at all these different places. So I came with this same rap-like persona. When the cameras cut off, I said, hey, y'all, this is what I really do in real life. Why he get a pass? So let's go a little farther. Break into the house. He shooting, but you don't get it. You been talking all this gangster talk. He done broke into your house and you don't nigga. Gun to your wife's head, you just shoot him? Man. So.
Yeah, I understand that. Listen, you put a gun to my wife's head, you gonna be talking to Jesus. I'm telling you right now.
It ain't like he pled not guilty and went to trial. This was a sentencing hearing. It was a sentencing hearing. Why Bun B need to be there? The nigga didn't put the gun in his head, he put the gun to his wife's head. So why his wife not on stand giving her victim impact statement? Why he on there crying like a hoe? He on there crying for this happened 2 years ago.
Dang.
Man, bad nigga. You on there crying and you look like a weak man. Nigga, when I take the stand, I'm gonna be an angry nigga. Mean, sitting up straight, nigga. Back straight, shoulders apart, nigga head up, looking out at the courtroom. He up there crying, man. My wife, she been, man, you don't get your on, nigga.
Dang.
You crying for? Put her up there and let her cry, nigga. And people think, well, he doing that to get a harsher sentence. 40 years for home invasion with a robbery, 40 years is a light sentence. Texas, home invasion, daytime, he didn't get no harder sentence. He got a complete bargain. He got a life sentence. That wasn't robbery, home invasion. No, that wasn't 40 years, wasn't. So I'm just saying, I'm just using this as another instance to show the hypocrisy of the hip hop community, because I've been saying let's do this same forever. And they've been calling me a snitch. And I ain't put nobody in jail, homie. I ain't done nothing. But they've been calling me. And so my question is, well, when do we get to grow up then, black people? At what age do y'all let us grow up? So it look like at Bun B age, we can finally grow up and start embracing real culture. Calling the police on a nigga. Remember they shamed me by calling the police. You ain't gonna do nothing but call the police? Yeah, nigga. They been shaming me for the same shit, huh? So they keep proving my point year after year. That's why I think I'll be around forever.
So you would have did the same
I
thing.
just wouldn't have cried on the stand. And I probably would have took the chance for the free kill. In my house, gun, yeah, I would have used every gun I got on you. In the house, and I get to catch you, and I get to shoot you.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm gonna do, yeah, homie, because the white man would take the chance to get the free. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the free on the nigga in my house and scared my woman, and I'm crying 2 years later. He better off. Still got him and his wife crying. I bet he would have that she wouldn't be crying no more.
I agree 100%, Charleston White, when it comes to what he said about somebody coming in your crib. Listen, bro, I'm just warning you now. You come in my crib, you're going to be sitting on God's lap. Ain't going to be none of that. You know what I'm saying? How I feel about Charleston White? I think Charleston White is a very polarizing figure. I think a lot of people hate Charleston White because he tells the uncomfortable truth. And Charleston White makes people look in the mirror at themselves. And a lot of people like Charleston White, but they just don't want to say it because it's not conducive to the narrative that they're used to. You know what I'm saying? So him calling out the hypocrisy of the hip hop community, I understand exactly where he's coming from, because hip hop does have a lot of hypocrisy. Let's just be 100. It is. I think that it's very difficult to listen to that when you've been trained to think a certain way. Now, there's certain things I just don't agree with that Charleston White said, and the disrespect on certain people. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the sentiment behind it, but I just don't agree with the disrespect on certain people. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe certain people, even though they surrounded themselves with a certain culture, their impact was a little more positive, or much more positive than the negative. Now, there are some people who just basically are just negative, and no matter what you say or do, they're going to always be in that realm. And that's who I understand what Charleston White be saying about hip hop artists who are very negative, and they promote, the death of black men. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, some things I disagree with, some things I agree with. On this one, when it comes to Bun B, yeah, I didn't agree with him crying on the stand. I didn't agree with him doing all that, because your persona is you are a gangster, right? And I'm not saying that you have to portray that 100%, because you don't. But at the same time, I mean, people respect you and they look at you, and now a lot of people looking at you like you kind of weak. I mean, I have no opinion about it when it comes to whether you weak or strong. I mean, you did what you had to do to save you, I mean, that's the way you handle it. But I would have handled it differently. And I will say this about snitching. Snitching is very complicated nowadays, because, believe it or not, 90% of people snitch. And I always use this analogy on people when they talk about snitching. I always say, people will say they don't snitch. They won't snitch. But them same niggas will try to holler at your girl and tell your girl that you're cheating on her. Same niggas. Same niggas will ruin your life. Same niggas will steal from you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I always say this, right? It's kind of like, people will die for you. They'll do all this stuff for you, but they will not let you use their credit. And that's how I look at snitching, right? In a way where it's kind of like, some people, they will do whatever. They'll go to prison. They'll do all that. All because they don't want to say anything. Even if they wasn't directly involved. They'll take the time. One of my friends, I'll tell this story real quick before I get out of here. One of my friends, he did 6 years in prison. 6 years. Because his cousin said that he did something with him, and it was someone else who did it. He wasn't even there. And instead of him telling or saying what really happened, he kept his mouth shut, and he thought that he was gonna get off, and they put all the charges on him. And you know what his cousin did? Nothing. He let him rot in jail for 6 years. 6. All over something that he had nothing to do with. And his cousin lied and said he was there. So, in that case, if you want to call me a snitch, call me a snitch. But it is what it is. And I'm not advocating for snitching. I'm just saying that a lot of people, you got to understand that. I'll put it to you like this, man. I'm not giving my family up for none of you niggas. I'm not. You think I'm going to stay away from my child, my children, or my child for 30 years for you niggas, knowing that you niggas do some goofy shit? If I'm in a crime with you and I do something with you and we get caught, yeah, I'm not going to go out my way to tell. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But if we do a crime together, and let's just say we do a crime together, I'm gonna take my responsibility. That's just that, because I know the consequences going into it. That's just that. When you live that lifestyle, you got to understand that's the consequences. Now, if something was to have happened and I didn't know, and someone put it on me, and I knew who did it, yeah, nigga, come on. Let's be clear here. Let's be clear. I'm not gonna do no shit for you. You crazy. Especially, like, I know niggas who did shit and lied on niggas. I'm not doing that. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. And we can agree to disagree on that. It is what it is. But hey, man, you know what it is, man? Torture Talk. Shout out to Charleston White, man. Good video.